Good morning. My name is Jean Eaton, the Practice Management Coach with Information Managers, and the podcast is Practice Management Nuggets for your healthcare practice. I've been doing podcasts now for 4 years, and the way that I do podcasts is maybe a little bit different than some people do. So I invite guests onto my show for my podcast, Practice Management Nuggets for Healthcare. And I pre-record those podcasts most of the time. And I use PowerPoint as being my slide. So I provide both a webinar and a podcast. So I use PowerPoint, I create the slides, I have the discussion with my guest, and I'll use different technologies, different platforms to connect with my guests online. So right now I'm using Zoom. So I use a Zoom recording and I record the audio with Zoom. And then I export my slides and my audio into Camtasia. So I do most of my own post-production stuff. And I've gotten it to a point where I've got my intros, my slides about the upcoming event, and we do the audio together. I do some editing with that, and then I just pop in my PowerPoint slides and export it all as an MP4 file. It becomes pretty slick. So the podcast is published to Stitcher and to iTunes. Soon it will be coming on to Google Play as well, so that's our objectives for 2018. And I also publish it on my website, so people can register and watch the webinar with all the slides on my website. And then I also publish it to my new membership group called Practice Management Success. So if you're a member of Practice Management Success, you get a copy of all of the guests that I've interviewed for the last 4 years, and you can see it right on the platform there. The membership platform I'm using is called Ruzuku. That's R-U-Z-U-K-U, 3 U's. And that I use as both for my course platform and for my membership platform. I publish it again to YouTube. So we have a YouTube channel for Information Managers Ltd. And you'll see both the interview that I've done with the guest expert. And for most of them, I've also created a bit of a commercial. So there's a 1-minute commercial that I've taken for the number one tip that the guest experts offered to us. And I use that number one tip as part of the commercial. And I take that 1-minute video and I republish it into Facebook and to Twitter and other places so that we get that video so that people join us on the webinar and on the podcast. There is an elephant in the room.
So explain the elephant in the room.
So we talk about the elephant in the room. So this is the pink elephant in the room, and nearly always we have a problem in our practice. It might be something that we said we were going to do and never get around to it. It's something that we know we should do, but we never talk about it. It's that pink elephant in the room. So when I interview my guests, I ask them for the number one tip to address the elephant in the room.